Hello everyone, you have Royce here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature another cylindrica, and this cylindrica is a bit controversial with regards to the origins. I actually have them on my notes, but I can't rephrase it or put it in word for word. So I will try to discuss it through my own words or through what I have retained according to what I gathered regarding this specific, if you can call it, it's cultivar, because there are a lot of hearsay, there are a lot of rumors surrounding the origins of this cylindrica. So it is called cylindrica Boncel. So some experts would disagree and would write it properly as a cultivar of cylindrica variety patula. So for varieties, folks, if you have a variety and then you grew it in a garden, then it becomes different. It gives you a mutation, and then you have stable offsets moving forward. So that variety will have a cultivar of its own. So that said, this plant is given the proper ID as Sansevieria cylindrica variety patula, then Boncel. So that is how it's written, because it is a cultivar of a variety. So there are also claims that it came from a hybrid, or it is already a hybrid, but there's no strong foundation to that because they can't give out the parentage of the hybrid if they claim to be. But the story behind it is that when the cylindrica patula, from the first person who was able to produce Boncels, I will mention the name on the information of this content. His cylindrica variety patula grew flower bloom or inflorescence. Then he did not have any other Sansevierias that are also flowering during the moment. What happened was it was naturally pollinated, or it was self-pollinated, and then he grew the seedlings, and therefore the seedlings became like what you see as such. Now, what I'm showing you right now is a very old specimen of mine, so it takes a lot of effort to grow them to this extent. I can move the cameras for you in a bit or closer, so you will be able to see how many leaves this specimen has or have. So this is how cylindrica patula Boncel, or just call it cylindrica Boncel if you don't want to mention the very long official ID. In a bit I will count, and perhaps I will carry it so you have you can picture out how big my specimen is. So this is one of my best specimens of Boncel. I think I can carry it, and then I can put up another Boncel clump on there, so we can have a comparison with regards to how large this specimen that I am featuring for you. Alright, so I'm going to move it. Alright, so I'm going to carry it right now so you can picture out how big it is, and compare it to how large it is compared to my size. So I'm actually 5'6" in height, so I'm Asian, and we actually are not very big community of people. So I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to bring up another specimen that clumped up. So there you go. So folks, both are Boncels. They're part of the cylindrica species, and as you can see, according to what I have or what I'm showing you right now, is when bonsals clump up, they don't actually grow or stack up like the first one that I've shown you, like that specimen over there, which is having tremendous amount of leaf. So when they clump up, they don't grow really very big as the other one, because the other one has never popped, and it just continuously grow newer leaves, and hopefully in the future it will give me an inflorescence, so I can compare it to what I have already featured, cylindrica, that I also included the inflorescence of the species for you, so we can compare. So to discuss, Boncels have evolved or mutated to shorter leaves, but they are still cylindrica in all of its characteristics. So I've shown you the clump and I've shown you the bigger plant. Maybe I can move to where my cylindrica is, so you can have a comparison as to how large the other specimen is. So you have seen the clump. This is the clump. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 plants altogether in this pot, and they're all clumped up. And if you have noticed, none of them has grown the same way as what the other one grew, which is not having any tops. So it's quite heavy. I'm having a hard time trying to move it around just to make this video, but for everyone's sake, I have removed it from where it's positioned to show you folks how it can grow. I guess you can call it in an optimal level, wherein it doesn't pop and it just continue to grow like it should be. So later on, I'm sorry, excuse me, I will take measurements of it, and I will move it to where the cylindrica is, so we can have a comparison of how the size would vary between cylindrica, patula, Boncel, and cylindrica, just the cylindrica variety patula. Alright, so I'm moving the specimen around so you can see inch by inch how it looks like. This is one of my first Boncels, one that I have really taken care of, and I guess I'll show you another clip, so I'll be back in a bit so I can position it to where my cylindrica variety patula is.
A few moments later.
Alright folks, so we're back, and I have included this video. Let me just put the Boncel in front of the cylindrica patula. There you go. I think it wouldn't fall. Alright, so in comparison, this is how, I'm sorry for moving so much. This is how cylindrica patula Boncel looks like in comparison to cylindrica patula, just for comparison's sake. Alright, so I think I can get the other one, the other Boncel, which is not growing as large as what I'm showing you. Alright, so this is the other Boncel that's also in clump, growing normally as what you would purchase them in the market. So there you go. That small one over there, let me just remove the camera so we can move around. It's kinda, I'm losing light here while making this video, so I'm sorry about that. So this is what usually is being sold in the market. That's how they how large they are when they are sold. This is the specimen that I have, and this is how it is compared to cylindrica var patula. So everything else looks the same. It's just that cylindrica variety patula Boncel would be very compact in growth, and there is actually a stem in here that you can't see. You can just see the stem when you remove the leaves one by one. So you will see the stem inside it. So it's sometimes some experts would say that Boncels are stemless. So they're actually not. Cylindricas can grow stems when they stack up. Cylindrica not stacking up, but on the inner part you can see that if you remove the lower leaves and then some other leaves on top of it, you would see a very small stem-like part of the plant, which you cannot see if you don't remove the leaves. So I disagree with them being called stemless, because when they start to stack up, they will start to develop a stem part. So this is again Sansevieria cylindrica variety, Sansevieria cylindrica variety patula Boncel, or in short you can just call it cylindrica Boncel, and cylindrica variety patula. This would be how they would usually grow and sold the size in the market. And just to compare, that's that's the difference between what I grew for years and what is being sold in the market. So I guess I'll show another clip after this with with regards to the measurement, so we can transfer to the location where I am taking the records for them. Alright folks, so I'll be back in a bit. Hold on.
A few moments later.
Hello folks, so we're back, and I have transferred the specimen that I am featuring to the usual spot wherein I take measurements of them, and we will count the leaves of this specimen, and then we will measure the diameter of the leaf size, because they're, as it is called cylindrica, because it has cylindrical leaves. So we will measure the leaves, and then we will measure the leaf length, and then we will count how many leaves this specimen has. So let's back up a little bit so you can see the whole plant. Alright, it's quite long on the other side, and it's tilting because it has become very large, and it is also bending over because of the excessive leaves that it has. So when your Sansevieria become as big as this one, it will come a time wherein it will have a hard time supporting itself, so it will become not symmetrical. It will try to bend itself over because of the weight of the new leaves that are growing on the topmost portion. So aside from that, I did mention that there are a lot of rumors or hearsay about where cylindrica var patula Boncel came from. Even that ID is being debated. The ones that are debating about it are actually friends of mine, so I don't want to be part of something that is being debated on with regards to just the name of the plant, I will, on this content, though, state that cylindrica varpatula, patula being the uh, variety of a species. So when I say variety, I think I have stated this on the earlier clip. When I say variety, they still can be found uh, in the natural location wherein they are endemic. So they can be variety of a species. So in two locations, you might be able to find two cylindrica species having different growth forms or growing form. So on one location, it might be different in form. In one location, it might be different in form. So thus having cylindrica var cylindrica and cylindrica var patula. So cylindrica var patula is usually found in Angola, and from that variety, it was taken into a garden. Then from that garden, it bloomed, and then it had self-pollinated. That's according to one of the source, because once it self-pollinated, it had seeds, and the seeds developed, and therefore seedlings became Boncel. That's one of the origins where Boncel came from, and it's being debated. One is I won't mention the uh, names of the country wherein it came from, because that would be unfair. But as for myself, I'll just state that various countries claim that Boncel or Sansevieria Boncel came from them. So we will not go into that. What I will tell you is that my own sentiments would be, it is most probably a seedling coming from cylindrica variety patula that is grown in the garden. Therefore, it became a cultivar, because cultivars are unnatural plants that are grown by men or by man. They are not located naturally. They are not endemic in a location. So they have to. They were developed or cultivated, as the word suggests, cultivated from uh, a nursery or a garden. So this is what it resulted to. I actually have a very long history of it, but I'm not going to mention that anymore, because it causes confusion, and it will be difficult to deal with in terms of people's point of view. So instead, I will give you my own sentiments on this content where we discuss. So enough of that. Anyway, because they're all friends of mine, and they have different points of view. So even one of my late friends, Hernando Olivares, or I'm sorry, I am not. I can't recall the actual spelling of the name. Olavides, I mean, he is an avid collector of especially Bonsals. So I should have featured Bonsals when he was alive, so I have someone to talk to. But he has a different belief where Bonsal came from. It's one of the origins that I have mentioned, but like I said, we're not going to mention that, or we will not be discussing that anymore. Instead, we will go to taking measurements of this specimen. So like always, I have this tool, because the leaves are cylindrical, so we have to measure the cross section of the cylindrical leaves. Alright, so we'll measure the horizontal measurement of the diameter. It's 27.5 millimeters. You can see it's I'm sorry, vertical measurement. This one is the horizontal measurement. So horizontal measurement is quite thinner compared to the vertical measurement. So when I say horizontal, I measured it this way, wherein the tool is in horizontal placement. So when I measure it this way, I'm referring to vertical measurement. So the vertical measure, because the tool is in vertical position, is 25 to 26. 26. That's 26. We'll measure the other one. This one in front. 28. So it is cylindrical leaves. They are having cylindrical leaves, but they are not having a cross section of a perfect circle. Although they might be it's called cylindrical, they are, if you can see the cross section, they're oval instead of being a perfect circle. So we have to measure the cross section of the diameter. So that is the measure. That's 27 to 26 for the vertical diameter of the leaf size. And if you remember me discussing the obaki or the rhino horn, which is artificially boosted, rhino horns would be twice as thick compared to Boncels. Alright, so we're able to measure the cylindrical cross section of the area of the leaves. We will measure leaf length. Alright, so you see my hand there, and I'll measure it that way and mark with my thumb where I ended up. Alright, so you can see that the leaf length would be around 14 inches. 14. This one's a new one, so it's a bit shorter. That's around 13 to 14 inches. So 13 to 14 inches, that would be more than 2 feet wingspan. If you're going to measure the whole span of the plant from left to right, so they would be more than 2 feet. Alright, so I guess we are done with the measurements. This is actually the specimen that grew very, very large. I actually have a specimen that is normally grown. As what you can see, I can have this removed so I can also record them. Give me a second, folks, because they are heavy. So this one is what is usually being sold in the market. So again, we'll measure the leaf diameter. So still the same. That's the vertical, and horizontal, they're thinner to 18, 17 millimeters, and we will measure the leaf length. So from 14, it's actually double. If you can see how I measured it, measure it like that and put my finger on where it ended up. Okay, so from 14, I actually ended up measuring it around 6.5. So there are even 5.5. So the leaf length of what is normally being sold in the market would be 5 to 6 inches, and it is clumped up. And I did mention that if they clump up, they will not grow very large as the one that I have shown you a while ago. All right, so let's put that away and put back the bigger one. Like I said, it's a big plant, and they are really very heavy. All right, so I guess this is it for this content, folks. And if you like what I have discussed, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe button, because the next episodes would be uh, more cultivars of cylindrica that were grown in the garden, and they are the pale green clone or the dark green clones of the Boncel Sansevieria. All right, folks. Have a great day. Goodbye.